Get up, you son of a bitch! Cause Ponch Drunk loves ya.
Yeah, you already know this is Ponch Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Woo! Shot himself, aka El Adobo, aka El Sazón, aka El Borracho, aka Café Bustelo, aka El Pastor de Boxeo. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you at this side of heaven. God bless you all. Boxing, 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 boxing. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, yeah. Let's talk about boxing. Let's talk about boxing. Potential matchups. It's going to be a hot summer. It's going to be a hot summer. Still cool in New York City, but it's going to be a hot summer. We have anticipating bouts. New York City. It's going to be, it's getting, you know, a lot of fights coming to New York City. I know in Times Square, that was a little bit of a letdown, but I'm saying like this, man, if Turkey Al-Sheikh would have put that in Madison Square Garden, the Mecca, and the Knicks is winning in the Mecca, damn, if we would have put that Times Square card in the Mecca with the fans, probably would have gave energy to Ryan Garcia, probably would have, it would have booed the crap out of Devin Haney. Dream Haney would have shamed him to start fighting and boxing and stuff like that. Teofimo Lopez would have been, if he was sharp in Times Square, he probably would have been way more sharper, even with the fans. We got Richardson Hitchens, the 140-pound junior welterweight champion versus George Kambosos, the former undisputed lightweight champion of the world. Haven't had no great momentum ever since he got that split decision victory over Teofimo Lopez, but he hasn't had no great momentum. Right now, he's looking like a one-hit wonder. George Kambosos looking like a one-hit wonder, but yet people are still trying to shame Teofimo Lopez with that blemish. You know what I'm saying? I don't hear nobody trying to talk ish about the first couple of fights that Manny Pacquiao lost, but they want to do it to Teofimo Lopez. I understand. A lot of fighters have blemishes on their records early on in their career, but they want to do the Teofimo Lopez because that's the only thing they could talk about Teofimo Lopez right now. That and the racial undertones and stuff like that. They got people emotional. I can't let it go. But that's going to be a good fight in June, and then we moving forward also in Queens. Well, in Madison Square Garden as well, we got one of the most anticipating trilogy in the sport of boxing, the most anticipating rematch, one of the greatest fights and matchups in the history of the sport of boxing. La Reina de Boxeo, the greatest woman of all time. Clarissa Shields had an interview, and she said, nobody could use the glove. Somebody use the glove, I'm going to send paperwork. And somebody use the glove, I'm gonna have paperwork. So we don't gotta use the glove. Well, we could just phrase it the way that it even sounds better, because there's a lot of people out there outside of the sport of boxing be like, what's glove? What is that? Is that type of mud or a worm? What is glove? What is that? So we'll just say it the way that we're supposed to say it. We don't got to be indirect. So Amanda Serrano, the 7th division world champion, super featherweight undisputed, the greatest woman fighter of all times, July 11th versus the trailblazer from Ireland, KT Taylor, the 2th division undisputed world champion. One of the greatest matchups. Can't wait. July 11th and then July 12th. We got an anticipating card. We got Edgar Balanga, phenom in 168-pound division, Boricua, Brooklyn, Bushwick. You already know. Edgar Balanga back in the ring versus Shiraz, man that robbed the Dominican Carlos Adames. Shout out to Carlos Adames. Don't worry, we ain't never gonna forget about that. We don't look at Shiraz as some type of, but our brother, a Puerto Rican brother, is gonna take care of him. Shout out to Edgar Balanga. Edgar Balanga will knock out Shiraz out. Yeah. Edgar Balanga will knock out Shiraz. And stop getting mad because Edgar Balanga is confident about himself. It was you guys that said that he was going to get knocked out by the 3rd or 4th or 5th round when Canelo Alvarez. He exceeded the expectation, and now you mad at Edgar Balanga because he's confident and stuff like that, because he's feeling good about himself. You should be the one that's humble too. You made the analysis and you made the prediction that it was awful and it was wrong. And now you want Edgar Balanga to be humble. You better humble your predictions next time. On the same card, we got the 3 division world champion, unified the title in the super featherweight division when he beat Oscar Valdez after beating Jamel Heron, moved up to the 135-pound division, beat Yoshino who beat Nakatani who beat Felix Verdejo, Nakatani that Teofimo Lopez and Vasily Lomachenko beat. That was a good win. That was a good win by Shakur Stevenson, putting power. So he is entertaining. Yeah, he could be entertaining, but of course, that Hector de los Santos fight, a lot of people still mad. Yo, he will run, yo. He'll run. But I give Shakur Stevenson the benefit of the doubt because after the Nakatiria fight, in which he apologized to the boxing world and say, I ain't never gonna perform like that ever again. He gave us the Jamel Hearings stoppage. He gave us the Oscar Valdez fight. He gave us the Casocia, and he knocked down all these guys and put a hurt on all these guys. He knocked down he stopped Yoshino. He didn't stop Hector de los Santos. He didn't stop the other guy Artem and stuff like that. But then he went around and stopped the electrician. So at the end of the day, whether people like it or not, you know what I'm saying? You could say that, yeah, a lot of people didn't like the way that he ran with Hector de los Santos, but for the most part, in the last several years, Shakur Stevenson has played his part. You know what I'm saying? Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Nobody wants to see Haney run for. Nobody want to see that, Ish. I want to see that stuff, man. Did you see the interview with Caitlin Plant today? We're going to be talking about that. I just dropped a video early, but we're going to be talking in depth about that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't feeling that, man. For real, people got to stop with this. What are people feeling sorry for Devin the Dream Haney's performance? Hey, yo, anybody with a boxing eye understand? Yo, anybody, maybe Caitlin Plant is looking out for his snack counterpart. That's probably what it is. Because, of course, you already know that Caitlin Plant is with Snack and Devin Haney is Snack, and he's probably trying to feel, you know what I'm saying? It's Jose Ramirez's job to make it competitive. What? What? The hell this man is talking about? What the hell is going on in the sport of boxing? That is the B-size job to make it a show? Is the B-size job to make it competitive? To be honest, Jose Ramirez, as a matter of fact, when it was treating Jose Ramirez leading into the promo, think about the promo. Did anybody mention Jose Ramirez? Did you hear Turkey Al Sheikh say Jose Ramirez? Did anybody cared about interviewing Jose Ramirez? And now we expect Jose Ramirez to bring the fight to Teofimo Lopez, that he needs to make the fight competitive? Are we nuts right now? Ladies and gentlemen, we all know in each and every sport, the guy that gets most of the ultimate praise and the ultimate blame because of their status in that respective sport. Devin the Dream Haney. Devin Haney is the A side to most of his fights, minus the last one. Devin Haney is the attraction. Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia was the most attraction. The lead attracted, the one that was flipping the bill, the headline for that fight in Times Square. I don't expect much from Rolly. It's not about Rolly. It's not about Jose Ramirez. It's not about Arnold Barbosa. And to be honest, the way that you saw that 2-minute, 3-minute commercial with Devin the Dream Haney being the lawyer and Ryan Garcia going at it in that 2-minute commercial, they was promoting Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. It was all about Ryan Garcia and Devin the Dream Haney if you really want to be real and want to be honest. So when you looking at the headliner, you expect something. If we watch Gervonta Tan Davis, we expect something from Tank. We expect something from Tyson. We expect something from Oscar De La Hoya. We expect something from Floyd Mayweather. We expect something if it's Teofimo Lopez versus Steve Claggett and his show. We expect something from Teofimo Lopez. We expect something from Shakur Stevenson because they're the attraction. They're the one that flipping the bell. They're the A side. They're the headliners. What you mean that, Jose Ramirez, he was the one that was supposed to make the fight challenging? No. No. You want to claim like you the A side. You want to claim that you the champion. You want to claim that this is the Devin Haney era, right? Show me it's the Devin Haney era. Show me. What's people talking about? Are we boxing fans or what? This thing is getting out of hand. Why? It got to get to a point in the boxing world that all hands got to be on deck. We all got to make sense at the same time. We all got to make sense for the majority of the time. We got to make sense. Yeah, everybody got their favorite fighter. Everybody got their narrative. Everybody want to cater to their own argument. At the end of the day, man, sometimes we all see what it is. We all saw it. Why there's got to be an opinion that acting like, oh no, but Jose Ramirez is the one that got to bring the action. You telling me that Devin Haney is getting paid more than Jose Ramirez, but it's Jose Ramirez that got to put in the overtime? No. If Jose Ramirez is not bringing the competition, then it's Devin Haney's job, if he's in another level, is to manhandle, plummet, beat Jose Ramirez from pillar to post if there is no competition. Caleb Plant said he got to make it competitive. If it's not competitive, then you make it a show. Haney, good looking out with the $2 super chat, my brother. He said, Dub, Haney, Doug, Boots, and Norman at 47. He don't want no belt. He don't want nothing. He don't want nothing. Good looking out, man. Appreciate you. God bless you with a $2 super chat. Chatty Patty K. What's going on with y'all, man? For real, what is going on? All hands got to be on deck. We praise. Look, in the end of the day, if LeBron James is not getting the Lakers out of the first round into the playoff, into the finals, guess who gets the blame? LeBron James. Right? The Denver Nuggets. What's the story in Denver Nuggets? Damn, yo, Russell Westbrook ain't play that good versus his old team, OKC. If the Knicks doesn't play good versus the Pacers and we choked, guess who gets the blame for the Knicks? Jalen Brunson, Carl Anthony Towns. They the one that get the blame. What's good, fight? Those are the people that get the blame. The attractions get the blame. It's not Jose Ramirez's job to make it competitive. It's for the high invested fighter, the headliner, to make it a show. If it's not competitive, then do what Roy Jones Jr. did to play around with him. Do what you got to do, man. Slap him around the ring. That's what you got to do. You think that Mike Tyson throughout his career was fighting guys that was competitive with him? No, but if they're not competitive, if they're not matching his competition level or his level, he'll blow them out the water. And that's why we as boxing fans see, we got a boxing eye. We know that Devin Haney got the skills and talent to be much than what he showed. We know that. If Jose Ramirez was not bringing anything to the table, then take it to him. Snatch the food out of his damn plate and eat it up. That's what you're supposed to do if a guy is not bringing the competition. How you running from a guy that you know that you're more skillful than him? That don't make no sense. Stop giving a pass. Stop giving a pass. These guys get paid enough. And we pay enough. Matter of fact, we needed to pay double, right? Oh yeah. You need to get the bundle. You want to see Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, and Canelo Alvarez? You want to see the both? Now I don't really want to pay for the Canelo Alvarez shit. But if you want to get this for the price of this, then you got to buy the bundle. Motherfucker, I'm paying for this shit, and I can say whatever I want. People got to stop acting like, oh, you guys are being so harsh. You guys are being so harsh, and you guys are criticizing. Oh, man, you don't know about boxing. You never been in the ring. I don't give a damn about being in the ring. Most of you fighters can't even reach our own contract. Most of you fighters complain anyway. Yeah. We don't know how to fight in the ring. You don't know how to read your damn contract. That's why most of your damn business handlers is take you to the laundry because you don't know how to read. How about that? That's why you didn't know how to read a damn contract with Ryan Garcia. They took advantage of y'all asses. I'm just giving you an example. Then there's gonna be people out there about Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather didn't do that shit. Floyd Mayweather don't fight like that. Pretty boy Floyd would never fought like that. Tired of this. But he's taking a page out of Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather ain't that. You must be out your damn mind. Hey, yo, not even Oscar De La Hoya in the championship rounds with Trinidad compared to what we be seeing nowadays. They ain't even running. what Oscar De La Hoya did with Trinidad in the championship rounds is fighting toe-to-toe compared to what these guys do. Watch that fight again. I told you the other day. Watch that fight again. You're going to be like, damn, all this time, all my life, I thought that actually Oscar De La Hoya was running from Trinidad. But looking at the Devin Haney versus Jose Ramirez, shit, that's running. Come on now. Come on, Caleb Plant. That shit is easy. I'm going to tell you like this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to tell you like this. To be real, let's be honest. Any good elite fighter with legs could do the same shit that Devin Haney does with Jose Ramirez. If all these fighters just want to, you don't think that Gervonta Tank Davis, his footwork, his athleticism, he could do with the same thing that Devin Haney does? That's easy. You don't think that Teofimo Lopez could do what Devin Haney does and just run around the ring and stuff like that? They're athletic. They're more athletic than Devin Dream Haney. Guess what? They'll do the same thing. That's not hard. To survive like that is not hard. The hard part is to take risk. Yeah, you can fight from the outside, but you still got to take that risk. Floyd Mayweather fought on the outside, right? But he knew how to also. He knew how to set traps as well. This motherfuckers ain't even setting traps. These guys is just running in circles. These guys just running in circles. See Keith one Tom Thurman versus Sean Porter in the championship rounds when he's using his leg and then walks him into 3 punches. That's boxing. You can fight on the outside. It's all good. Ain't nobody an inside. Not everybody is an inside fighter. Not everybody is an inside fighter. Yeah, at the end of the day, people got to stop replacing what boxing and the fight game truly is the hurt game. You want to do the amateur shit? Go watch the amateurs. Because ain't nobody out here replaying any Devin Haney fights. Out of the Lomachenko, which was a great fight. And I watched that fight plethora of time. I watched that fight like 6-5 times. Rock in the building. Con lo 10 pesos. The super chatty. The truth hurts, but they need to hear it. Facts. Y'all need to hear the truth, man. I know it hurts. I know it hurts. It shouldn't hurt. It's 2025. We live in the years of information. Nobody should be crying like bitches. Nobody should be emotional. Devin Haney ran. That's not even a defense. Dude was playing tag. Tag, you're it. And then people going to be like, oh, man, I'm hating. Even Antonio Tarver, he's a boxer. Antonio Tarver was doing the play-by-play. He's a boxer. He's a former champion. The play-by-play guys is like, what the hell is going on? You know what it is? You know why people is frustrated with the performance? It's because they see the talent of Devin Haney. They see the potential and they act trying to understand, why do you fight like that? Why, if you're fast enough, if you could counter good shots, if you have good quality defense, if you got good footwork, but why do you fight like that? You got better jabs than Jose Ramirez. You probably got your faster than Jose Ramirez. You got better foot than Jose Ramirez. You got probably better defense than Jose Ramirez. Jose Ramirez coming into that fight like a shot fighter. Why are you fighting like that? Josué Rizzo con los 5 pesos a comprar pizza con Coca-Cola. They turning boxing into tag boxing nowadays. They're playing hot piece of butter. They play hot piece of butter. You hide the belt, and then you running after the dude. And people go over here, and people gonna be like, oh no, I want to see a fight with Teofimo Lopez versus Devin Haney. I don't want to see that shit. Forget about that. Yeah, in the past, I supported the fight. Matter of fact, that fight should happen, but until Devin Haney tells us that he's willing to fight and willing to hurt and willing to win in that manner, then you know what? I will support the fight. But I'm tired of these type of performances, and people can't even apologize to the boxing fans. Until Devin Haney comes out here and apologize for his damn performances, and Ryan Garcia also got to apologize, then maybe you know what, I want to spend my money on y'all. And I'm a person that never truly like talking down on saying people don't pay for this and they don't pay for that. But when people are smiling in our face, acting like they robbing us, happy that they robbing us, and coming with excuses and say, well, that's the sweet signs. The sweet signs, my ass. That ain't no sweet signs at all. That is not the sport of boxing. That is track and field with gloves on. That is track and field with boxing gloves on. Boxing did not become the #1 sport in America for 80 years because people was running all over the place. No, that's not what boxing is made. And you fucking fighters better stop lying to the public, trying to enable runners. You just don't understand the sport of boxing. Fuck you. We all understand the sport of boxing. We understand Roberto Duran. We understand Muhammad Ali. We understand Joe Frazier, George Foreman. We understand that. We understand Joe Louis. We understand Jack Johnson. We understand Sandy. He says Sandy. We understand Willie Pep. We understand Roy Jones Jr. We understand Bernard Hopkins. We understand Oscar De La Hoya. We understand Julio Cesar Chavez. We understand it. Today, we understand who Ben Rodriguez is. We understand David Benavidez. We understand Teofimo Lopez. We understand. We understand Boots Ennis. We understand Virgil Ortiz. We understand Alessandro Usyk. We understand Bertrand Bivol. That shit that we see running in is not boxing. It's not. Boxing is the most documented sport of all sports. Boxing is the most documented sports of all sports. God damn. Wrong. Con 90 pesos a comprar comida china para la familia. I appreciate you. God bless you, brother. After May 2nd, anyone putting Haney and Ryan above Teo likes to be robbed of their money. Facts. Turkey out shake. You better not put them as a main event. Ever. You keep that money in your damn purse, Turkey. Put it under your damn slippers or something, or under your gown, under your balls. Don't give that money up no more. Because these people are taking advantage of you, Turkey. Is it right? Punch them. Yeah, they taking advantage of you, Turkey. You've been so good. You've been so generous. But these guys here in America, when they don't give a damn, they want to take your money. They want more. And now you send a message to these guys that there's another big bag that's waiting for them. And they don't come with urgency. They getting beat. Look, I'm gonna say it like this. Devin Haney was running away so he could stay alive for the big bad versus Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia didn't have the urgency to fight because he's too tentative, but he's an aggressive fighter. So him being tentative because he don't want to make mistakes and he don't want to go for the gusto because he got a big bag waiting for him. Canelo Alvarez, we know that Canelo Alvarez is a master of cutting the ring off. He's a master of cutting the ring off. But he didn't even want to throw a couple of jabs here and there so he could reach William Skull. I have a big bag with Dennis Crawford right here. They have a new ring belt for me. I don't need to do nothing. Let me get the Eddie Million. Get the fuck out of here, man. I don't want to even break my hands. But Crawford is not fighting because he's waiting for the big bag. Deontay Wilder didn't want to throw a punch versus Parker because he was waiting for the big bag versus AJ. These guys don't want to put in the job because they're getting too much money and there's already another lined up. Look at how Tyson Fury performed versus Francis Ngannou. Turkey out shake, you doing a disjustice. Don't tell them that they got another big fight lined up. That's the problem right now when it comes to Turkey out shake. Turkey out shake lining up bigger fights than what they have in front of them. Why am I going to risk my life today if there's a life-changing money waiting for me in several months? Don't worry. Bacoli, fight tomorrow. What are you doing? Drinking? You in the club? Come tomorrow. Don't worry. You will still fight the Jabba fight. I'll make sure. Just come. He get knocked out, but he still got the Jabba fight. Good looking out, man. Appreciate you, my brother. Rome. These fighters or full-blown businessman? Full-blown businessmen. I'm going to tell you, if you notice, outside of Book Crawford being Earl Spence, because that was a lot of money that he was getting, but there was a lot on the line there. There was legacy on the line. There was still pride. Terrence Book Crawford was fighting like a prideful fighter, right? So out of that performances, but look at Bam Rodriguez, how he fights. He don't get paid like that. Bam Rodriguez probably don't even got $1 million purse yet. Or maybe he's $1 million, but with tax taking off, he don't got that. He's not kicking off. Catherine Colo 5 pesos. Good looking out. God bless you. Said Ryan versus Devin went into a co-main event on the stack card, in my opinion. Facts. I agree 100%. That's not no damn main event. Now you losing. Sorry, Ryan. Now you losing a Rolly. Nah, man. And you, Devin Haney, running for Jose Ramirez. Both of you guys ain't ready. So mal agradecido esta gente. Too many ungrateful boxers right now in the sport of boxing, bro. Too many ungrateful people. And I'm not going to say that the fans is not grateful as well, because there's some good fights out there that people still wasn't paying for the fights. But these fighters are growing so ungrateful. They so bougie, and the fans are bougie as well. The fans are bougie too. I'm not saying everybody, but even look at the fight that we're talking about, right? Jerome Boots Ennis versus Teofimo Lopez. I'm in YouTube. I see YouTube content creators as that has affiliation with Jerome Boots Ennis trying to say that's not a good fight. So what's a good fight for Jerome Boots Ennis, you dummy? If Brian Norman Jr. is going to be fighting in Japan and Mario Barry is going to be fighting Manny Pacquiao, who you want Jerome Boots Ennis to fight right now? Because it was sure ain't going to be Virgil Ortiz. That's Virgil Ortiz. He ducked the Virgil Ortiz fight. What's a bigger name for Jerome Boots Ennis? Who got better accomplishment in the resume for Jerome Boots Ennis? As a matter of fact, nobody should be downplaying that Jerome Boots Ennis is fighting Teofimo Lopez, because Jerome Boots Ennis have yet fought a B-level fighter. Let's be real. Let's be honest. He passes the eye test, and I love it. And Jerome Boots Ennis is one of the guys I've been supporting in this community. That was the first one. The first one has been Punch Drunk Boxing to support Jerome Boots Ennis. Not Greg Hackett, not the other guy, YMCA, not none of these dudes. I was the first one in this community pumping for Jerome Boots Ennis. So if I say Jerome Boots Ennis should be fighting Teofimo Lopez, damn it, he should be fighting Teofimo Lopez. I just came to you. Yeah. That fight is a great fight. Speed versus speed. Athleticism versus athleticism. Lineal versus lineal. The Roberto Duran moving up to fight the Sugar Ray Leonard. In their prime. Same class. The 2015 Golden Glove national winner in the junior welterweight division, Jerome Boots Ennis, and the 2015 Golden Glove national winner in Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez won the USA Olympic trials, and Jerome Boots Ennis lost to Gary Antoine Russell, was Olympic alternate. That is a perfect fight. The ultimate mismatch. Not mismatch. The ultimate matchup. And you got people in boxing? No. I don't think that Boots should be fighting Tia, because I think that Boots is gonna knock out Tia. Now these fans have already directed something, and we have a bunch of fans that is killing a matchup, killing fights. I'm gonna tell you, to be honest now, the hardcore boxing fans have destroyed boxing talk. If you understand what I'm trying to say. The hardcores have destroyed this community that's supposed to be hardcore, that's supposed to be preserving the modern day warriors, modern day gladiators, the one that put their life in the line for pure entertainment, is destroying the sport. Because when you have the guy with the money, right? A lot of people give credit to Turkey Out Shake, right? Right? And he said, Erdogan Tirfilmon versus Boots Ennis. Everybody's supposed to be, wow, hell yeah. Con los 20 pesos, me dice, God bless you, my brother. If Boots versus Tio ain't a good fight, then by the same definition, Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford is a shitty fight, a masterful mismatch. Appreciate you, my brother. You got a point. You got a point. Amen. With the $5 super chat says Greg Hackett es un pelagato. Always talking smack about Tio. He had no heart as a fighter and a terrible coach. I don't know. To be honest, amen. I don't know too much about the guy. I know that he fought. I know who was talking crap about him. I remember the first time I heard about him is when Floyd Schofield Sr. was going back and forth with him, and then he fought Brian Noman Sr. and stuff like that. So of course, Mill City Boxing have him a lot. Who else? Fight Hype or Fight Hub. Fight Hype has him a lot and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know too much about the guy, but it seems like a lot of people respect his opinion over something. But that opinion, I already know where it's at. When it comes to the Teofimo Lopez, I don't care if you don't like Teofimo Lopez as a person, but you as a boxing mind, you have a boxing eye. Every hardcore boxing fan knows that Teofimo Lopez got the biggest cojones of his generation. The biggest one. The biggest one. I don't care if you don't like the shit that comes out his mouth. But what he puts in the ring and what he got in that trophy shelf, you can't deny it. Ain't nobody boistering up and say, I want Boots, and go on live television, ESPN, I want Boots, and have an offer for Boots. A lot of these motherfuckers out here talk. A lot of fighters talk to promote a fight, to marinate a fight, to build a fight. Boots and it's got an offer on the mother effing table. Not with just Tio, but had it with Virgil Ortiz. Those are the real ducks. Those are the real ducks in boxing. When you have a contract on the table and you decline, it's a duck. It's a duck. It's an avoid. Now, there's some, how you say it? We could give you an example. If you duck this fight, but you're fighting a tougher fight, that's not a duck. That's when it's not a duck. That's when it's not a duck. If you duck this fight, I'll give you one example. I will give you one example. I used to say, Demetrius Andrade versus Canelo Alvarez in the middleweight division was supposed to be for the undisputed bout. I wanted to see the fight. I was saying, come on, man. Canelo Alvarez don't duck to be the opportunity to fight Demetrius Andrade for the undisputed. I wanted Demetrius Andrade for the first time to get a name and to have the opportunity to become an undisputed. That fight needed to happen in the middleweight division. Guess what? Canelo Alvarez team dropped the ball, but yet what he do? He went up to the 175-pound division, dare to be great, to fight the most noticeable and the most accomplished 175-pounder in Kovalev and beat him. So right there is like, damn, I wanted to see the middleweight undisputed, but you can't blame Canelo Alvarez because he traded legacy for legacy. You couldn't be mad. We couldn't be mad at Canelo Alvarez. He went to the 175-pound division and beat Kovalev, the man that killed the man in the ring. Couldn't be mad. And around that time, Kovalev had more experience than a Beterbiev and Bivol around that time. Low Nose Boxing. Bernie the Racist said he copied from black culture. He copied from black culture. Yeah, I understand. Shout out to Bernie the Boxer. I know they get mad, you know what I'm saying? Bernie the Boxer used to show Paul Drum Boxing the love, but of course, if you know, you can't have no criticism. You can't say nothing about Bud Crawford. It's very tribal. You're looking out, Low Nose Boxing with a $2 super chat. God bless you. Amen. With the $5 super chat says HLD cooked Bernie the Crawford lover. He had no comeback because this was happening. That these boxing minds are getting emotional in their takes. They're bringing, but they don't like a person. So when they don't like a person, they say that this fighter ain't shit. The Terrence Crawford team are fans of Teofimo Lopez. I know that for a fact. Coach Red is a fan of Teofimo Lopez. Bernie the Boxer was a fan of Teofimo Lopez. Bo Mac, I've been with Teofimo Lopez and Bo Mac together. The thing is why they start hating on Teofimo Lopez when he started calling out Terrence Bud Crawford, and then Bo Mac has to say that Teo is a trash fighter is a lie. They're fans of Teo. They believe that Teofimo Lopez is better than all these guys. I've talked to them behind the scenes. Couple years in Vegas. All those guys, just like all those guys believe that the hardest fight for Terrence Bud Crawford was a potential fight with Keith and Tom Thurman. Bo Mac said it. Bernie the Boxer said it. Coach Russ said it. The team of Terrence Bud Crawford always felt that the hardest guy the hardest guy to beat or to figure out of Errol Spence and Thurman, it was Thurman. They never was afraid to fight Errol Spence. They was worried about Keith and Tom Thurman because Keith and Tom Thurman and Bud Crawford came from the same class. So when Thurman is looking at Bud, but Bud is looking at Thurman, everybody in that class know who Thurman is. Everybody in that class know who Thurman is. That was the lookout. That was the guy that they was like this. People are catching feelings now and inserting that into their boxing take. They're catching feelings. But the feeling is, if they're catching feelings, if you are mad at Teofimo Lopez, racial undertones, if you're mad at the whichever monkey want to eat the banana, then tell Tank, or you should have told Bud to beat the crap out of Teofimo Lopez. This is the sport of boxing. It's easy. You get paid millions to beat the crap out of somebody. It couldn't be better than that. If you have an enemy, and you want to get your hands on, or put it this way, it's almost like this. Now, this is going to be a tough example. Maybe it's too much. Maybe it's a wrong example, but you let me know if y'all understand. Because I'm trying to get to the meat of this. I'm trying to get to the bone of this. If somebody violates your daughter, listen to me. When I'm talking about violate, you know what I mean. I want to use the R word, but you know what I mean. If somebody violates your princess, do you want them in jail or you want them out so you could get them? If you have the chance, you got the means to get him. Do you want him locked up right away? If your princess get violated, first degree R, if you understand what I'm trying to say. Do you want him locked up right away? Or you want him out so you could get him? Or you're let God deal with it. I'm not saying that everybody is a killer. I'm just saying, you want street justice, right? But if they tell you, you could be in the same room. You could do whatever you want to do with this guy. We're going to hand him to you. Matter of fact, the police says, you know what? I got the guy. I'm going to hand it to you. I'm going to hand him to you. Mira, señor. Oh, my God. What would you take? Keep him locked up or let the authorities hand him to you? If you mad at Teofimo Lopez, you should have won Tank to fight Teo. And you should have won Terrence Bud Crawford in between these months that he's going to prepare to fight Canelo Alvarez. That would have been a good. That would have sold out. You telling me that shit never would have sold out? And then Bud Crawford would have done it for the culture in front of the whole world. If y'all believe that Terrence Bud Crawford will put the beats on Teofimo Lopez, which move us forward to the live. And the thumbnail. People are trying to say, and I know this community. I know this community. And I know you channels. And I'm sending a message to you channels. I'm sending a message to you personnels, you channels. This is not a personal attack. This is your brother Punch Run Boxing speaking. You can hate it or love it. You grown ass men that still want to pop the ass pimples of Bill Haney. Grow the F up, bro. Stop being nerds, bro. I see these guys change their opinions Once they had a little phone call with Bill. Like, you guys melt like bitches, bruh. You guys are saying, oh yeah, T.O. versus Haney. Shut the F up, bro. Because if you want Devin Haney to fight Teofimo Lopez for the culture, you know that Devin Haney is the wrong guy to do it. Because what you want is that Teofimo Lopez to be hurt, to be taught a lesson. If Devin Haney fights Teofimo Lopez, and Devin Haney says, oh, turkey out shake, let me fight Teofimo Lopez, let me be because of his racist outburst or whatever he tweeted. My man, you're going to go on that ring. And Teofimo Lopez, a.k.a. Masa, a.k.a. Mr. Candyland, he's going to embarrass Devin Haney because Devin Haney is going to run. So it's going to look like the black guy is running from the racist. Right? He's not the guy to do it. You know and I know he won't hurt Teofimo Lopez. He won't give Teofimo Lopez a nosebleed. It will look dumb. It will be embarrassing. Devin Haney, a.k.a. the Silver Spoon Eater, is not the guy to fight for the culture versus Teofimo Lopez. Jerome Bruce Ennis is. Holy moly guacamole, Jerome Bruce Ennis is. Devin Haney is going to go inside that ring saying he wants to do it for the culture, and he's going to run around the ring and run like a bitch versus Teofimo Lopez. That's going to be embarrassing. And then if Teofimo Lopez beat his ass, that'll be more embarrassing. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It's going to make the black race in boxing very, very soft. If you let those channels that's saying, and the brothers, stop it. There's brothers, my brothers, my black brothers that have these channels. You're embarrassing the race. Don't do it. I'm even telling you, man. I'm telling y'all what to do. You want Boots to be the front runner. You want Boots to be the poster boy. You want Boots to teach Teofimo Lopez a lesson. Why? Because he got the speed, he got the power, he got the size, he got the agility, he got the reflexes, he got the showmanship. He got every tool you have to make an example out of Teofimo Lopez if Teofimo Lopez don't come correct. But let me tell you like this, Teofimo Lopez is a two-time lineal champion, or when he rises to the occasions, and every time when his back is against the wall and he's the underdog, you know how he performs. And if you think that Devin Haney is an elite fighter, you know how Teofimo Lopez is going to perform versus an elite fighter. You know how Teo's going to perform. And if Ryan Garcia could smash it with a left hook, what the hell you think Teo going to do? Devin Haney is not the guy. Until Devin Haney goes back to Las Vegas and goes back to the MGM Grand and find the balls that he had when he faced Vasily Lomachenko, then maybe I would like to see a fight. Until Devin Haney shows that particular fortitude and that growth and that bravery, then I would love to see a Teo versus Haney. Until then, run your ass out the damn sport of boxing for now, or run your ass out of being televised. And Turkey out shake, my friend, don't give in nothing anymore. Let this motherfucker go to BLK Prime where he was about to go before you, motherfucker. Lisa in the building. Lisa in the building. What's good? Karate Kid in the building. Karate Kid in the building. What's good, man? Guido in the building. What's good, man? Ooh, hell yeah, Lisa. Boots versus Teo is a great fight. They will have a dance. Oh, my damn. Like, just, it's the matchup itself, yo. That's like, yo, for a boxing fan. Come on, as a boxing fan, I don't know why. And like I said, people, I know things that some of y'all may not know. I know how certain things work behind the scenes, man. And this is not a knock on Bill Haney. Bill Haney is a hustler. Bill Haney is a smart dude. Bill Haney is going to make sure he is going to go to all the high traffic channels and put in his narrative and the way that Bill Haney, and people say that he a pimp. Bill Haney knows how to talk to these dudes, bro, without the baby oil, bro. These guys melt behind the scenes with Bill Haney, bro. Melt. I see. And I tell yo, even if Bill was looking on right now, Bill is smiling right now. Because Bill know what I'm talking about. If Bill is looking on right now, I know Bill could be driving right now, going to a gym, and Bill is laughing right now. He's like, yo, Punch is crazy. Punch is crazy. Because Bill knows how easy it is for these guys to be convinced. Yo, shout out to Bill. Shout out to Bill, man, because the way that you be having these dudes, bro, it's crazy. These dudes are in their 40s, 50s, bro, the way they melt. Yo, Bill talk to these guys like if you trying to convince the shorty, yeah, yo, like you know, people that got game, that talk to shorties to get them. That's how Bill gets these guys. Yo, Bill will be like, yo, come on. Now I want to see Boots. I want to see Boots and Tio. Yo, Boots. And then Bill will be like, but look what Devin Haney done. Come on, bro. Come on. You got to be a DHP, baby. Come on, man. Come on. And these guys be like, all right. Yeah. It's true, man. I do like the Devin Haney. Yeah. And then they go on Twitter and then they go on their channel and start saying, yeah, Tio versus Haney is the fight. Bill be like, got him. Yo, Bill, you're so funny. Yo, Bill used to be like, yo, Punch, I'm on to the yo, Punch, why it's hard to get you, man? Damn, man, I got all these guys, man, under my wing, man. Come on, man. Come on, join everybody else. You, but all right, let me make my rounds. Yo, that's yo, Bill used to be like, yo, Punch, I'm gonna make my rounds. Nah, yo, God, nah, I gotta get that's in the end of the day, Bill is doing his job. Bill is doing his job. Bill is doing his job. Look, Bill is smart. I don't take nothing away from Bill. I like Bill. Yo, to be honest, I relate to Bill as like he's like West Coast Oakland, but he has that Harlem. He has that Harlem drive. He has that New York City. You know what I'm saying? He's seen like a New York guy. Es un tigre. Yeah, Guido, es un tiguerazo. And that's when you know these guys are nerds behind the computer. These guys are nerds. They're like, oh, they're starstruck. Because anybody with a boxing eye, anybody with a boxing eye, you say Tio versus Boots, and it's like, what? Yo, that shit is Christmas, bro. Boots versus Tio? When we're talking about the athleticism, the skill set, the amateur background, the accomplishment that they have right now, my goodness, that is Christmas. You would rather say Tio and Haney? Tio and Boots, my brother. Tio and Boots is like the ultimate, like what? All right, okay, guys, five names. Give me the most athletic fighters in the sport of boxing. Give me 3 names. Give me your 3 names. The most athletic fighters in the sport of boxing. Athletic. Elite fighters right now. That you can match with speed, power, athleticism, showmanship. There's not even a lot of showmen. A showman. Look, Lono's Boxing says, Tio, Tank, and Boots. Tio, Tank, and Boots. Yes. Ben Whitaker. The Cassius Clay of the UK. Benzo in the... Yes. Now, you know, the 4th Division World Champion, 2 Division Undisputed. The Japanese Samurai, the Japanese Warrior. And they hating on him too. People hating on him for whatever reason. Tio, Bud, and Boots. Tio, Bam Rodriguez, Oscar Collazo, Boots, Tank Davis. Tio, Boots. Tio, Bud, Boots. Look at that. You hear Tio, you hear Boots, you hear Tank. What I used to say about Teofimo Lopez versus Gervonta Tank Davis. What I used to say about Teofimo Lopez versus Gervonta Tank Davis. Speed, power, athleticism, and stuff like that. Tank is special. Tank does things in the ring that you just can't teach. Yeah, he looked the way he looked versus Oscar Valdez. I'm sorry, with Lamont Roach. Yeah, at the end of the day, as much as people want to downplay Gervonta Tank Davis' resume, whatever, even though that his resume now look like is aging well, Gervonta Tank Davis is, you know, there's a lot of criticism, but his resume is aging well. We praise him Rolly for being Ryan. Well, you know what? Tank beat Ryan, Rolly, Frank Martin, Mario Barrios. Mario Barrios going to be facing Manny Pacquiao. Teofimo Lopez said, Teofimo, Theo, take over. Teofimo Lopez, the 4th, the 5th, the 6th. Shout out to the 2-time lineal champion of the world. You know what I'm saying? Like what more? That's like Christmas. That's Christmas in the summer. That's Christmas right there. Boots and Tio. It can't get no more athletic than that. It can't be more speed than that. It can't be no speed. The combination of speed and power, athleticism, IQ, twitch muscles, the accomplishment of Teofimo Lopez, the amateur background, the Olympic, the USA Olympic trial winner. What more do you ask? What in terms of skill set and special ability? And they 27 years old, meaning that around that age, I already know I've been saying since day one that that's the age when your physical ability, your intellect and physical ability is coexisting at the highest level, huh? Oh no, but Boots is gonna beat Tio. But Boots is too much for Tio. You know, you haven't been watching boxing, because let me tell you something that's troubling for Jerome Boots Ennis if you've been following the amateur. If you've been following the amateur circuit, what is the kryptonite to Jerome Boots Ennis? See, the thing is this, that in the professional level, and this is what it is. This is why it's a good matchup. It's a good matchup because Teofimo Lopez is moving up and daring to be great once again to become a 3-division lineal champion, right? Lineal versus lineal. Speed versus speed, power versus power, prime versus prime, athleticism versus athleticism. Two of the there's not even showmans in the sport of boxing. That's Tio, that's Boots, Ben Whitaker, but Ben Whitaker's not elite yet. There's not a lot of showmen in the sport of boxing, Tio and Boots. But the difference between Tio, I'm told Boots is asking for more than $5 million to fight. Breaking news. Teofimo Lopez said that he is told that Boots is asking more than $5 million to fight Teofimo Lopez. And I say it like this, Tio, if Turkey Outshake is willing to pay for that, I hope give him the money. That's it. That's what you're asking for, Boots Ennis, $5 million. I would have said that. Here's the $5 million. Fight Teofimo Lopez and get this thing over with. I don't want entertainment. Motherfuckers. You didn't see what happened in Times Square? Teofimo Lopez. Yo, Tio. Hey, yo, nobody butchers your name better than Turkey Outshake. Yo, Tio, you gotta take Turkey Outshake and take him to like Reading Rainbow. It's like this, Turkey. Say it with me together. T-O. You see the letter T and O. You see like T-O, like Terrell Owens. T, just say T-O, okay? T-O. versus Boots. You get it? You gotta slow it down for Turkey. He be saying, I don't want Teofimo to versus Boots. I yo, Turkey, I be like, I don't want Teofimo to fight Boots. I'm saying to my mind, yo, what's so hard about saying Tio? Yo. He said, "Sit friend." Shout out to Turkey Al-Sheikh. Stop making fun of me, punch on boxing. All right, you would not be invited to none of my shows, motherfucker. Turkey Al-Sheikh wanted it. This is the reason why you don't get media credentials. You think that everything is a joke, motherfucker, all right? Stop making fun of me. I just want to see great fights. People like, no, Turkey. What about Haney and Tio? Shut the F up. Devin Haney, you was in the plane with Teofimo Lopez, man. You ain't do nothing because of what you feel he was racist and stuff like that. Now you trying to the bag is leaving. The eagle has left the building. The reason why Devin Haney is now asking for a Teofimo Lopez fight because probably Turkey Al-Sheikh said, what do you want from me? Bill, what are you calling me? Nah, because you know what I'm saying? I think that we're ready for Tio and Boots. You're not ready. We made a commercial. 3 motherfucking minutes. I gave you Times Square. How the fuck did you put the city that never sleeps to sleep? How the fuck did you do that? Don't call me ever again, all right? The next time you call me, go to fight them BLK Prime the way you was going to do before I give you the bag. Remember you was going to BLK Prime, all right? You put the city that never sleep, New York City, to sleep. No one could do that. You didn't special in putting people to sleep. Night Quill, motherfucker. You gotta be special to do that. Yeah. Shout out to, you gotta be special to do that. To put the city that never sleeps in the heart of New York City, Times Square. Shit. Yo, even the firefighter and the cop was more entertaining than Devin Haney. Hey, yo, the firefighter and the cop, the PAL cop, was more entertaining than Devin. And he's the pro. These guys wasn't even running. Smash that like. Hey, man, said 2000. Bring T.O. on. In the chat, you know, the chat. Oh, you know, chat wants to come to speak to y'all. You already know, man. He could say it. He's always 100% always welcome. It's up to the chat. We don't know if he's in the gym or something like that, or he's just chopping it up with y'all in the chat or whatever and stuff like that. You know, feel me? This is his casa, my casa, his casa. He's hey yo, Lolo's box from the $2 super chat. Say yo, let Haney versus Josue Vargas on Prime Month. Hey, Chelsea in the building said Bill Haney desperate putting Devin's resume on X to get Turkey's attention. That's desperate measures. Desperate measures because the eagle is leaving, the bag is leaving. Turkey Al-Sheikh is looking at it. The only reason I want Devin is to fight Ryan Garcia, but after Ryan Garcia be Rolly, I'm not going to pay for this runner. I am not going to pay for no runners. I am a fight fan. You don't fight. Get that fuck out of here. That's going to be a good fight as well. Matias versus Puello. Dominican Puerto Rican. That's gonna be a good fight. That's gonna steal the show. In Queens, New York, that's gonna steal the show. That's gonna steal the show, in my opinion. That Puello and Matias, because let me tell you like this: that Puello versus Sando Martin was a good fight. Sando Martin fought like I saw a whole new Sando Martin. Like, damn, this motherfucker Sando Martin know how to fight. I thought he was running with Teofimo Lopez. Shit. Teofimo Lopez said, yo, major love to the chat. You all the truth and no boxing. Salute to you, Punch Drunk. Salute to you, champ. Beautiful performance in that fight, man. Sharp. Get busy in the building with the $5 super chat says, what's goody? Let's go, champ. Yeah, man. The champ is here. Yeah, man. Gotta hold him up. If you mad, hey, yo. If you're mad at Tio, you should want Boost to fight him. If you just want to see it for the nature of the fight, because they're two prime fighters, the 2015 Golden Glove national winner in the lightweight division, the 2015 national title, Golden Glove national title champion in Jerome Boost Ennis in the junior welterweight division, man, the star have aligned itself 10 years later. That was 2015, and 10 years later, we got the lineal champion in 147-pound division and the lineal champion in 135 and 140-pound division. And let me tell you like this: y'all know I support Tio, and y'all know I'm a fan of Boots as well. I've been talking about these guys since day one because I follow the amateurs. But to be honest, and I'm not trying to take it away from Jerome Boots Ennis, I'm not. Because I think that I believe that he got special attributes. He just haven't fought nobody special. See, the difference is that Teofimo Lopez, we've seen how special he is fighting another special fighter, which then tells you, oh my God, if we thought that Vasily Lomachenko at the time was regarded pound for pound, 1, 2, 3, you could flip it around. Nobody was more athletic than Vasily Lomachenko. There is nobody in boxing in their prime around that time that has better footwork than Vasily Lomachenko. And if Teofimo Lopez versus Vasily Lomachenko in his prime had better footwork, was pivoting better, man, he was taking his angles and all that stuff. But Jerome Boots Ennis, yeah, he looked fast. But when he's in the ring with another fast fighter, he don't look that special. Because Gary Antoine Russell, a.k.a. Tweezy, is the kryptonite to Boots Ennis. You know why? Because when you match speed versus stat speed, Jerome Boots Ennis is a different fighter. Jerome Boots Ennis, go do your education. Boxing is the most documented sports in the history of all sports. I'm gonna tell you like this: a boxing fan should be more educated than any other fan in their respective sport. If you want to see Sandy Sandler versus Willie Pep, we could see the fight. We supposed to be at. You want to see Wilfred Gomez, Wilfred Benitez? We could see their fight. We could see the first fight of Floyd Mayweather to the last fight of Floyd Mayweather on YouTube. You want to see Joe Louis? We could watch. You want to see Muhammad Ali? We could watch it. You want to see you want to see boxing? You want to see Henry? You want to see the best, the one of the best styles in which he is the father of the Roy Jones Jr. style, even though that his record wasn't all good. My favorite style was Henry Hank. From the Midwest. People say that the Midwest style is the best style in the sport of boxing. Henry Hank might not have, and I want you to study y'all. Henry Hank might not be his record may not be all this, but he was a fighter that used to fight for entertainment. He was a pro fighter. He would just like to entertain. You watch Henry Hank, and then you watch the elevation of the guys like Sugar Ray Leonard and Roy Jones Jr. The Henry Hank, he was like really like people talk about Willie Pep, right? But Henry Hank, go do your education. He's that Midwest type of boxer, right? But what I'm saying is, Boots became a lineal champion by beating Stanionis. Tio. This is why these other channels don't want to say the truth. And I don't understand why. Because at the end of the day, we're fight fans. At the end of the day, we're fight fans. You like Tio, you may like Devin Haney's personality, but do you like Devin Haney's style? Are you a fight fan, or you just want to like a person? Huh? And he got a drop personality too. To be honest, Devin Haney right now is bringing nothing to the table. I like his skills and talent, especially when he fought Vasily Lomachenko. I think that Devin Haney, the guy that he fought, the guy that fought Regis Prograis, and the guy that fought Vasily Lomachenko, that Devin Haney, that's the good Devin Haney right there. That's the sweet science. Not the Jose Ramirez Devin Haney. That Devin Haney is the sweet science. You know what I'm saying? And also, when it comes to Boots and Teofimo Lopez, you guys criticized Boots the same way y'all criticized Teofimo Lopez. Yo, Teo can't cut the ring off versus Jermaine Ortiz. Yo, Boots can't cut the ring off versus Karen. Karen had a rematch. I mean, Boots had a rematch Karen. So I know how the boxing world could be fickle at times as well. The thing is, when it comes to Boots and guys like Teo, is that they was knocking people out. As soon as they don't knock somebody out, it's an underwhelming performance for y'all. That's why versus Barbosa, the haters will be like, "Oh man, damn, that event was boring. The only highlight was the knockdown of Rolly Romero." But in all actuality, you saw that fight with Rolly Romero and Ryan Garcia. After the knockdown, it was not too much of nothing, really. Yo, even that's why I don't believe in copy box. I do my own copy box. If y'all follow the channel, right? And I do lives, I do my own copy box. I count it. I give y'all, and that's why my scorecards is always lovely. It's always lovely. Just like my scorecard with Vasily Lomachenko versus Teofimo Lopez, 117-111. On. Even Sandor Martin, 117. What was it? I give it 117-111 or something. The knockdown, 117-110, something like that. It was easy. It was an easy fight to score. It was an easy fight to score. They were in the 9th round with Teofimo Lopez versus Barbosa. They said that he landed 12 punches. I did a video. He landed 31 punches. So then it looked like, yeah, in the copy box, you see something, but I counted and I slowed it down. I put it, it's on Twitter. It's on Twitter right now. The 9th round. Teofimo Lopez landed 31 shots, 31 punches. And on copy box, it's 12. And I put it on slow motion for the people to see. He said, I said, it's funny, y'all acting like Teo the boogeyman. We don't see it. Who said that? We don't say, nobody says that Teo is the boogeyman. We say that Teofimo Lopez got the biggest cojones. The guy that dares to be great. The underdog. A boogeyman is never the underdog. Copy box is rigged and father and son duo hater. Facts. Shout out to Teofimo Lopez Sr. as well. A lot of y'all motherfuckers be like talking about, yo, man, Teo's father should be, you know what I'm saying? Teo should replace his dad. But when his father doing his thing and his father sending him in the corner throughout the fight, keep the jab going, giving perfect instructions, perfect execution. You guys ain't saying that the former trainer of the year, you ain't giving props. And let's be real. Eddie Reynoso has done good, but the narrative was that Teofimo Lopez needs Eddie Reynoso to show him how to cut the ring off because Canelo Alvarez know how to cut the ring off, right? Y'all was, oh my God, Teo not working with Eddie, oh my God. Well, give props to the former trainer of the year. I know what you're talking about. Dan and Bill Cannabio. He said Cannabio. I know you're talking about the white dude, the white dude with the blue eyes from New York. Yeah. Yeah. HLD. He's an undercover hater. He's an undercover hater. I see the tweets, but all these guys, they're all undercover haters. Facts. Canelo didn't cut the ring off against Skull. It is. Facts. Threw, 53 punches and stuff like that? And we like Canelo Alvarez, right? I like Canelo Alvarez, but to be honest, Canelo Alvarez didn't want to throw the jab. He didn't want to throw the double jab to get in the inside and cut the ring off. He didn't try. He didn't want to cut the ring off. Because like I said in the beginning, I said, yo, I think one of the problems is that there's a big bag waiting for these guys. Ain't trying to take the risk. There's a big bag waiting for them. Ryan Garcia didn't have the urgency to fight Rolly. There's a big bag waiting for him. Devin Haney didn't need to run around to save the potential big bag with Ryan Garcia. Canelo Alvarez like, why am I going to break my hand? Why do I got to kill myself? It's already Terrence Bull Crawford is right there. I got a new ring belt. We're going to have a ceremony. Everything is planned. I'm not even going to kill myself. Let me get this 50, 60, 80 million dollars, whatever they said they was going to give Canelo Alvarez. Why I'm going to break my hand fighting William Skull, and I got a big bag of $100 million waiting for me to fight Terrence Bull Crawford. That is damaging the psyche of certain fighters and their team. Tio don't know who it's going to be his next fight. He's fighting every fight like it's his last. That's the difference. There's certain fighters that fight their fight like it's their last. Teofimo Lopez don't cheat the fans. Bam Rodriguez do not cheat the fans. Virgil Ortiz does not cheat the fans. Boots Ennis does not cheat the fans. When Boots Ennis had 15,000 out there in Philadelphia, he did his thing. The only difference is do not compare Boots' lineal title to a Teofimo Lopez lineal titles. Because Teofimo Lopez is the only one of this generation that had to earn everything he got. Nothing was given. Nothing was given. And you guys in the boxing community, in the YTBC, independent media, you guys don't want to say the truth. Say the truth. In matter of fact, if you don't want to say the truth, don't say. No wonder the man got a chip on his shoulder because you never give him his just due. Since the amateurs, people just doesn't give Teofimo Lopez his just due. Maybe if you give Teofimo Lopez his just due, maybe he won't be that boisterous. Maybe he won't say too much things. Maybe he could just relax like a Manny Pacquiao and let the people just talk. But I can't relax because you guys ain't telling the truth. Teofimo Lopez had to become a world. Matter of fact, Teofimo Lopez had to fight a top final elimination bout versus Nakatani. Then Teofimo Lopez has to fight that he won every round and got criticized, but he won every round. Teofimo Lopez and Nakatani ended up in the hospital too after the fight. But anyway, and then he fought Richard Comey, a respectable champion, knocked him out in the second round. Stole the show where Bud Crawford was fighting the Mean Machine, right? He then right away went into a Vasily Lomachenko fight. Now, these fights with Richard Comey, even Timothy Bradley didn't believe that he could beat Richard Comey. People thought it was a 50-50 fight. If you check out the betting odds, you could go check it out right now. It was it was almost a 50-50 fight in the betting in the betting lines, right? So he knocked out Richard Comey. He went versus Vasily Lomachenko, right? We already know that he outboxed Vasily Lomachenko. We see the hiccup. Yeah, we see the hiccup, the split decision laws with George Kambosos that could have gone either way. Could have been a draw. Should have never took it from the champion in that type of performance. Even in that performance, he performed better than guys that be winning fights. But at the end of the day, little hiccup here and there, just like almost every legendary fighter in the history of the sport of boxing. Marquez, Manny Pacquiao lost twice. Marquez, Roberto Duran de Jesus. There was a lot, man, I could name Sugar Ray Robinson. So many fighters have hiccups in their career, right? And some fighters have a hiccup like losing in Mexico and paying it off so they could, not give them the loss and reverse it to a win. The last 2 to 3 fights, Canelo hasn't thrown even jabs to the body. I like the champ, El Rey de Boxeo. However, the momentum from him has been mediocre to me. But I'm crazy, so I hope everyone is chill. Nah, man, you saying the truth. And this what it is, and this what it is, that people think that the truth is disrespectful. It's not. If you care for somebody, if you love somebody, got love for somebody, care for somebody, you tell them the truth. If you want the best for somebody, if Teofimo Lopez saying, yo, Canelo Alvarez, couple of fights tú estás mediocre, you're supposed to do better. Tú sabes que Edgar Balanga is truly not on your level. He shouldn't be going 12 rounds with you. You should have done a better job. You should have been doing a better job with William Skull. I know. Nah, man. Yo, if people don't allow you to be real, genuine real, then it's no point of having a relationship, a friendship. It's better to keep people from afar. Because let me tell you like this, in this line of work, right? Whether it's true, I agree 100% with that. Teofimo Lopez, I agree 100%. It's just like with Tio with the Steve Claggett fight. Man, Teofimo Lopez landed like a 900 through almost 1,000 punches, beat him every round. But even me, a massive supporter of Teofimo Lopez, I said, "Nah, Teofimo Lopez. Now you know you better than that. You know you shouldn't be hanging on the ropes like that. You know that. You're the most athletic guy in the damn boxing. Nah, it's not because it's not about just winning and losing, but it's how you win and how you lose. Nah, you know you way better. You know they better than that. Nah, unacceptable. Nah, my brother. Nah. You know the takeover 2.0. You know that. Or a person like me, or a person like somebody else would be like, Tia, you're the best. You did a wonderful. Oh my God, it was one of the best. It was the best outing I ever seen in my damn life. Give me a hug. Oh my God. No. Showing love is also be like, maybe the opinion could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? But you know, just like you know, man. You know you could have done, and you were doing everything in the ring with this dude. You know you send a damn statement. This is the type of fight you send a motherfucker damn statement. Just like the statement he made versus Barbosa. Man, we didn't even see Teofimo Lopez. The only time that we seen him in the ropes once, he made the dude miss. Barbosa missed like 4 shots and then countered with a damn uppercut or right hand and then got we never seen Teofimo Lopez in the ropes versus Honor Barbosa. Beautiful footwork. Oh my God. Beautiful. It was beautiful. Beautiful. Every time I get constructive criticism, I go back to my craft and work on it. I'm 27 and working on getting better. So thank you for the feedback from everyone. You all really motivated greatness to me. That's why we cool with Tio out here. Because Tio is a guy that needs, is the New York in him. I'm not trying to diss any other city, but there's a reputation with New Yorkers that we're just boisterous. We don't got hair in our tongue. We just say how it is. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't, in New York, man, we snap for fun. That's a part of the culture. Snap, mama jokes. We snap, we slap box. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do at all time. You never realize, even with famous people, Damon Dash, fucking Cameron, Mace, every New Year guy, that's what we do. We talk, we joke a lot, but it's real shit. Go to a barbershop, we be talking. Hey, people think that when we argue, people gonna think that we fighting. But we actually just talking how we talk. No filter. That's what they say, New Yorkers, they got an attitude and stuff like that. Yeah, I see. We just say how it is. No feelings. We got the thickest, I think we have the thickest skin. We deal with every other culture. We deal with every culture as a melting pot. Man, I could tell you how another culture be smelling. But there's certain coaches out there that y'all catch feelings when we say something. In New York City, we could say that when we go to the Arabic grocery store, si tiene grajo, porque algunos de ellos no se ponen deodorant. They don't believe in putting deodorant. But that's what sometimes, with the Asian girls, they got dry, like they it smells dry. It don't smell like finesse. Tú sabes, it doesn't smell like shampoo. ¿Verdad? If you go to a nail salon, take a girl to the nail salon, the Korean lady put a mask on and they don't give the other girl the mask. They're like, you get polluted. Like we throw jokes at every ethnicity and nobody calls you racist, you're discriminating. We know everything. We know Dominicans are too fucking loud. Go to dial 311 and they say that Washington Heights is the loudest place in all of New York. We loud. You know what I'm saying? Mexican people, they love to have babies and wear Jordans, right? Whether it's the Jumpman Jordans. The Jews don't like to say thank you, great nothing. Now you can hold the door for a Jew lady and they don't want to look eye to eye. They stay in their own world. We got Chinese that know how to speak more Spanish than English in the hood. Go to Canal Street. That's the beauty in my city. Mexican Jordans, you know how it is. You know what I'm talking about, right, Savage? You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Huh? This is the city, yeah. The Spanish people who can say the N-word, and we all cool. Yo, why you say the N-word? Motherfucker, that's the way that we talk. That's how we talk. That's it. Why you getting mad? What's the difference between in the culture? What's the difference between certain cultures and the other culture? Unity. Latinos unity. Latinos son united. You put a plate of food, and you can see 8 dudes eating from that same plate. Con totones, whoa. There's another culture. Hey, yo, man, stop being a thing. Come on, man. I ain't gonna give you a zip. Hold on, wait till I'm gonna leave you a zip, the spit zip. There is a unity when it comes to a Latino culture. That's why every time we hit any hood, whether you Mexican, Dominican, Puerto Rican, any hood you hit, a community of Latinos is going to take over that community in businesses, going to provide service, going to open up salons, going to go open a barbershop, going to open up delis. That means you could get your food, you could get your haircut, you could get your nails done, And then where we get our product, we get our product for the Caribbeans, we get a product from Mexico and stuff like that. We get the fruits, we get the beans, we get this, we get that. Like the Arabics. The Arabic, they set up a deli shop, a smoke shop. Another Arabic comes, they bring him from Yemen. Boom, he sets up another shop. Boom, they take over everything. I always say that the reason, hey, what about the drug game? Who gonna give you the drug? Who gonna give you the best marijuana? Who gonna give you the best cocaína? ¿Quién? Los latinos, ¿verdad? Ahí mimito, ustedes les gustan los latinos, ¿verdad? There's reputations that every culture, ethnicity has. That's it. And we know that. We know that the Russians out there, the Russians and Ukrainians are out there in Coney Island, out there next to Coney Island in Brooklyn. Se llevan bien esa gente. Come on, man. I'll tell you like this, man. Hey, yo, that's why I identify with the president of the United States, because he's from New York City. For other people, oh my God, he talks so rough, man. He doesn't have a filter. New York people don't have filter. We don't have time to have one. We don't have time to have one, man. It's too many people, man. This is the answer. This is what I'm going to say. I'm out of here. Boom, boom, boom. It's too many places to go. It's too many people to see. I don't waste no time going around and telling you fake shit. No. Straight to the point. You with it? You not? Bam, bam. We out. If something is going on in this bar, we go across the street to the next bar, man. There's 15 bars in one fucking street. I don't care if I have trouble. I'm going to the next one. I no problem. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, yo, Marvin, let's keep it real. The N-word today is nothing but another MF word. Think about it. When the first guy said mother effer, right? Oh my God, you're trying to say that you MF my mother. You are not my mother. That's the most disrespectful thing. But now, what is motherfucker? You can say good. You can say, yo, this my motherfucker right here, bro. Yo, this my motherfucker right here. Look how girls talk to each other. That's my bitch. That's my bitch. That's my bitch. Oh, yo, even guys call their girls bitches now. Yeah, that's my bitch, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo, don't talk to my bitch like that. You feel me? The N-word is now a curse. It's not that anymore. This is a problem. And I know y'all gonna hear what I'm about to say. I know y'all gonna hear what I'm about to say, and y'all can make y'all videos as well, because I know a lot of people like to make videos about punch drunk boxing, but they can't say that I'm lying. The reason why the N-word is still a controversial word, you know what it is? It's because, how can I say it? That's one of the only universal things that Black American own, the N-word. So they hold on to it. We have power over the word, and we let you use it if we want. We are the owners of the word. So they hold on to the word like if it's a $1 million multi-million dollar business. It's my word, not yours. You can't use it. I could use it as fun, and I let you use it. Some Latinos, depending on the color of your skin or where you from. But then when I can bully you and say don't use it, it's the power of the word. They want power over that word. They want the power. It's mine. That's why they hold on to it, because they figure they have power. It's almost like every power entity. You want to keep the power. Ain't no power. When you gain power, you don't let power go in anything. I say universally own. Black America own that word. That's the only. Think about it. Y'all fight for a word, bro. Y'all fight for a word that a white man used to use as a derogatory term. No, it's our word. We use it as words of endearment. We gain the power. We flip the word around and we gain power over it. Even the way it's described is so. Let's be real. Let's be honest. How many years people been arguing about this word? Puerto Ricans can't use it. Puerto Rico, yo, if I don't use it, Balanga, you know what I'm saying? You can use it, you can't use it. I mean, what it is, I mean, the A is not really the ER, but he said the ER, but the A, but you're still acting like the A is the ER because you get offended when a Latino says the A. If the A is not, if the A is not the ER, why you get offended when Latino says the A? Because again, the word never flipped. If I tell you this, my brothers, Black America, and I know there's a small community that hold on power to that word and want to debate about that word, because there's a lot of Black people that don't like the word, that never adopted flipping the word or nothing like that, right? Tio said, Edward is known for a person being called ignorant, not for the color. I find calling a human of color boy is more accurate in terms of racial, right? No, but you know, not is everything. You can't even call nobody nothing no more. You can't even say, yo, you want a piece of chicken? Hey, yo, what you mean I want a piece of chicken? Yo, that's disrespectful. All right, man, what you want, man? You want grapes? Why you trying to give me grapes? You trying to say I'm a gorilla? All right, man. I got banana. You want banana? Yo, you trying to say? Yeah, okay. You no quiere chicken, but you like chicken. You no quiere banana, but you want banana. You don't want to be a vegan. Okay. Yo, my man, you're not my man's. All right, my boy, you're not my brother. Boy, everything is racist, yeah. Everything is racist. Ya tú no te puedes decir nada a la gente, ya. You can't say nothing. They'll be like, hey, yo, nigga, you better stop. Yo, nigga, stop playing with me. Man, nigga, you call me a nigga, but you call me a nigga. Just like when Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis was talking to, remember that IG live when Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis is getting that Ryan Garcia. Yo, why you using the N-word? Yo, this nigga's crazy. And they calling him a nigga at the same time. I'm like, you have to defeat the purpose. Hey, yo, they was calling Ryan Garcia the N-word. Yo, Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn, yo, this nigga's crazy, yo, this nigga's crazy, this nigga's wild and stuff like that. Well, why are you using the N-word? Why are you calling me the N-word? So you can call me the N-word, but I can't call you the N-word, but you would say that N-word is a form of endearment. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, what? Yo, people are crazy, bro. Yo, how you... Yeah, at the end of the day is the fight game. Yo, you want derogatory? Yo, I don't know how many people understand Spanish. Do you want derogatory term? And you, Ricardo Mayorga was the most derogatory dude in boxing. Yo, Mayorga was the type to tell Fernando Vargas that I will F your woman after your fight. He would say crazy shit like that. He's like, your kids is gonna be mine after your fight. Stuff like that. He would slap Shane Mosley wife's ass. He would call Oscar de la Hoya, no Latinos like you. I'm the representative of Latinos. He said, you damn F, you damn clown, payaso, and all. Yo, Mayorga. And I said this the other day, I tweeted, Mayorga will be the biggest star in boxing today. If Mayorga had his hands on Canelo Alvarez in a promo, yo, how people see that Canelo Alvarez doesn't want to fight David Benavidez, yo, Ricardo Mayorga would chew Canelo up in pieces in a promo, bro. That dude today, yo, all the Latinos will be liking this dude. Like, yo, he'll be the funniest dude right now. Blowing smoke with the cigarette, smoking a cigarette. People was making a big deal out of Ryan Garcia drinking a beer. This guy used to smoke and drink. Mayorga. Everything you seen today in boxing is nothing. Yo, we seen the worst of the worst already, bro. Come on, you guys. Today, how you guys are with fucking Tio? You guys are emotional creatures. I told, hey, yo, Tio, if Tio's still on, I told Tio a long time ago. You know what? You just in the wrong era, bro. You got a old school. Not only did you think retro as a fighter, but you got an old school mindset, and you're in the wrong era in promoting. Another era, look at Hector Camacho. Remember Hector Camacho? Come on, man. Come on, bro. You saw how Hector Camacho used to talk about Mike Tyson? Come on, put it this way. Look. Let's do what Hector Camacho. This is, y'all think that this is new. Hold on.
From the first, bro. Did you know that you were just too fast from him as soon as the fight started?
Yes, I said throughout the whole prestige, the build up to the fight, I told him I was the better fighter, and I'm a hard puncher, and I proved it. He's a strong fighter, he proved it. And it was a great fight.
Let me see, hold on.
I don't respect your opinion. I'm the best fighter, pound for pound. Into every fight, and I'm pound for pound. I'm the best fighter, pound for pound in the world. Bring him on, Mancini. I don't respect your opinion. Come on, baby, I could knock you out.
Well, who are some of the fighters?
Now, Williker, you could get some, baby. You could get some too, Brian Boom. Jimmy Paul. Stop me harm to all your niggas. Come on with it, baby. Yeah, buddy.
Pernell Whitaker, all y'all niggas, y'all could get it. What are you talking about? Huh? This is Hector Camacho from New York, Spanish Harlem, bruh. Get out of here, man. Ain't nothing new under the sun. In boxing, is nothing new under the sun. Everything has been said in boxing. Everything. You think that Devin Haney was the first person? Oh my God, I'll never lose to a white boy. We never heard that from Bernard Hopkins say that. We seen Bernard Hopkins say that. We see Anthony Durrell say that to Caleb Plant. We seen it all, bro. We heard it all. You guys are emotional now, like y'all don't know this is boxing. You male volleyball fans walking into the sport of boxing on emotional. Did you hear what Tio said? He didn't say liquor. He didn't say liquor. He said nair. He didn't say liquor. Yeah, Mr. WBL. Mr. WBL, you need to do something to Mr. Teofimo Lopez. He's so disrespectful. He's so disrespectful to us. Instead of you being a fucking fight fan and say, you know what, man, Tio, I don't like Tio. Yo, Boots, do something about it, man. Sign that damn contract. Jerome Booth Ennis wants $5 million or more to fight Teofimo Lopez. Cool. Hope he gets it. I want to see the fight. Y'all remember when Hector Camacho was going at Mike Tyson? Hold on. Got you right here. Y'all think everything is new under the sun. Hector Camacho, Mike Tyson. Look how he described Mike Tyson. Because he had the balls to keep it real with Mike Tyson. Look. Hey, yo, Tio. You see how you keep it real with Canelo Alvarez? You remember how, and a long time ago, you remember Tio, remember, you see how you keep it real with Canelo Alvarez and what you're saying is real. Look how Hector Camacho kept it real with Mike Tyson. Two New Yorkers, but him just keeping it real with Mike Tyson. Hold on, let me see if I find it. Hector Mike, man, what he's talking about Mike, man? Where is that? Where is that? Damn. And you know I did a video about all this. Oh.
And then that's when that kid goes to the has the behavior, and then you get the nigga behavior. Don't do it. Right? Am I right? And then that's when that kid goes to the ghetto, and promotes stuff, But not because of that either. I don't know.
This is the today, Tio. This guy has to, that's the way that I talk. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Right here. Because I want to get, this is the video right here. It's the video right here. Listen to what he says.
A little statement that people are repeating around about niggers. Barely got a little nip on his ear that don't mean nothing. Mike, and the bottom line, he jumped around like a little bitch.
Oh, come on.
The comment about Mike Tyson. Okay, they asked me, what you think about Mike? What's going to happen to Mike? I said, Mike is a very unhappy character because instead of having classy African-American people in class to make them look good, he got all this nigga attitude people around home that makes him act the way he does, like a little beast, and he ain't.
He said that make him act like a little beast, but he ain't. He wasn't scared of Mike Tyson. Just tell him the truth. Watch the people around you. You around these bunch of with nigga attitude, and look how Mike Tyson got robbed from his own people. So he was looking out for him. It ain't sound good. But the people that was around Mike Tyson robbed him. He kept it real. Why? Because he's from New York and he a street dude. Remember, Hector Camacho was a champion, still living in the projects. When Hector Camacho was a champion, he was still living in the projects in Spanish Harlem. Still living in the projects as a champion with a belt. And Mike Tyson loved Camacho. You know why, HLD? You know why Mike Tyson loved Camacho? Because Camacho kept it real. Real people always going to recognize real people. Maybe when the comment came out, yo, that's effed up. Come on, you know what I'm saying? But when you alone and you start thinking, and then you start thinking about the people around you, and you start thinking about like, this dude right here, man, he kept it real with me, bro. This guy kept it real with me. You know what I'm saying? In the end of the day, you're going to sit back, anybody. You're going to sit back, even the richest of all riches, successful or successful. You start looking around, you start thinking around, because life goes fast. You go start thinking about just this motherfucker right here laugh at my every joke. And I ain't even saying nothing funny. He a little tag along. He a little leash. You want to know fake people? Say a corny joke that you know is corny, and then you're gonna see a bunch of people laugh, and you're gonna be like, look at these fake ass people. Just tell yourself like this. Say a corny joke that you know is joke. And say it and watch a bunch of people laugh just because it's you. Just because it's you. They laugh and you're like, man, these fake ass dudes, man. I want the people you want around you in your circle, you're gonna have affiliations. You're going to have friends. You're going to have people that you've grown up with. You know what I'm saying? But the core people you want around you is those that support you, yet hold you accountable and want you to be the best version of yourself. And those around the people is going to support you, give you constructive criticism, not throw you under the bus, but give you the constructive criticism. Going to look after you. You want the circle around you to be the extension of you. Because at the end of the day, you only got one life. You got one life to live. You want to live this life as happy as you could live it, as productive as you could be, So you want that core. You don't want a bunch of yes men. Because the yes men is just tag-alongs. That's weight on your shoulder. That's putting more weight on you. No. You want your core circle to be the extension of you. And it could be 2 people. It could be 5 people. It could be 6 people. It could be 10 people. And you want the roles. You want people to love you. You want people around you that when you with your kids, that you know that your boy is not only your boy, but he's going to look after you, not on some bodyguard shit, but he's going to protect you because he got so much love for you, and you would do the same thing for him. And the kids around him is, you know what I'm saying? How many friends you got that if you pass away, you know that, I don't know if you don't got a lot of brothers and sisters or something like that, but you got peoples, and if you pass away, that you know that your son or your daughter is going to be taken good care of. You know what I'm saying? That they're going to do right by you. They're going to do right by your legacy. Going to do right by anything that you own. Going to do right by you. How many people right now do you have? How many people you truly trust? How many? And when you vent everybody around you, then you start creating a team. And that's a team that's about you. But collectively it's about y'all. Nobody in this world makes it without a team. Nobody. To the level of the Trumps and the most successful people that you see is a team, bro. Is a team. A team of good attorney. If you got that type of money, a team that has the best interest, financial advisors. If you have a woman, but a good woman. The problem is that we allow everyone's opinion to matter to society now. Nonetheless, all the real men can do is keep it thorough and sensitive and sensitize nothing. Facts. Facts, champ. The problem is that we allow everyone's opinion to matter. Everybody got social media. So everybody got an opinion, and everybody, you know what I'm saying? If you give that type of attention, then the opinions matter. Most of the athletes and fighters, if you look at them on Twitter, if you look at them on social media, they like to respond to hate. You know what I'm saying? And most don't like to respond to support. You know what I'm saying? To the love. And I think that also creates, that's true, champ. That also creates other people that see that. You see when other people, because at the end of the day, whether people want to admit it or not, whether it's 100% attention, whether it's 50% attention, or even 10% attention, you on social media, you got you put pictures up, you got videos put up, you got your comment up because you want the attention of something. You want your voice to be heard in a certain way. When athletes in social media responds to negativity, the other people that see like, damn, but I sent a message that I showed this guy love, or this girl athlete love, and they don't respond, but they always respond to the negative. Let me type something negative to see if this person responds. And then they respond. And that's what negativity sells. But also negativity today has a reaction. The positive don't have a reaction. I'm not saying for these athletes and stuff like that to just respond to all the love and all that. But I just see more athletes. You see Clarissa Shields responding to more hate than love. Hey, shout out to Clarissa Shields. She said that Teofimo Lopez versus Jerome Boots Ennis is a 50-50 fight. And she said what I've been telling y'all for years. She said what I've been telling y'all for years. I told y'all, and I said it earlier in this live. when we're talking about the amateur circuit, we always like to praise the foreign fighters in their amateur circuit. But like I told y'all, you ask any fighter in America, what's the hardest to win the Olympic trial, the USA Olympic trial, or the first 10, 11 fights of their professional career? Ask any American fighter, any American fighter in the amateur. Ask Boots Ennis, ask Gary Antoine Russell, ask Tio, ask Richardson Hitchens, ask Demetrius Andre, ask Keith Thurman, ask Earl Spence, ask Terrence Book Crawford, ask Mikey Garcia, ask Leo Santa Cruz. Ask them. Ask all these fighters. Ask Sean Porter. To win a USA Olympic trial, this is why I posted this poster. Look. Hold on. That's why I posted this the other day on my Twitter. This is my favorite. This is my favorite card. This is the class that made me love boxing again, because I fell out of love of boxing. I used to be a boxing fan, and then I started watching baseball and basketball, and I didn't love boxing like I used to love it. But when I started paying attention to the amateur, and this is, look at this, and I put it there, right? This is the 2008 USA Olympic Trials final. This is my class. This is the class that I used to watch. I used to watch the amateurs in 2005, 2006, 2007. This is the reason why I became a Keith Thurman fan, right? All right, look at this. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Look at this. Everybody knows in the amateur. You know who used to be the man? Rasheed Warren. Rasheed Warren used to be the man, right? But look at this card. Gary Russell Jr. That's why I used to love Gary Russell Jr. too. Like I said, I'm Holly from Brooklyn. Who else? Look at Danny Garcia. Think about this. Molina versus Danny Garcia. Keith Thurman versus Demetrius Andre. Daniel Jacobs versus Sean Estrada. Michael Hunter. Look. Look at Deontay Wilder too. Deontay Wilder. Look at Bethel. This class right here, bro. This guy, Keith Thurman, and Demetrius Andre would have to go through. He would have to go through Keith Thurman, have to go through Charles Hatley to get what he got. You know what I'm saying? That's how hard it is. You guys look. Boots Ennis beat Richardson Hitchens in the amateurs, right? Boots Ennis beat Richardson Hitchens, but he got beaten by Gary Antoine Russell. And I'm going to tell you like this. Boots Ennis looked very impressive, but we never seen him in the fight, in the pros, with a guy as athletic, fast, quick, experienced like Teofimo Lopez. The guy that always used to be Boots Ennis was Gary Antoine Russell. Why? Because when you match him with speed, Boots Ennis backs up. And guess what? Boots Ennis, not really effective off the back foot. Teofimo Lopez brings something to the table that Jerome Boots Ennis is not as effective. He's effective right now because he is the faster guy. Let's be real. Yeah, Boots' best win was Karen and Stanionis, but Stanionis, come on, Stanionis is tailor-made. The boxing eye knows that. It's not like Earl Spence went through Thurman, Bud, Porter, Spence. I love Boots Ennis, skills and talent, but let's not act that like if Boots did what Tio did. Tio is beyond the eye test. He is the test now. He is the exam. He's not the eye test no more. He is the exam. Tio don't have to prove nothing to Boots. Today, still, Boots have to prove what Teofimo Lopez have earned. And whoever want to deny that, you don't know shit about boxing. You are just playing the fantasy game or the fantasy assessment. It's because Boots looked faster and looked stronger, so he's a better fighter. No. Boots has to prove that he could earn and beat pound for pound fighters and elite fighters like Teofimo Lopez already done. Hell yeah, you already know, man. Tomorrow, tomorrow's gonna be yo, Tio, you going to the game tomorrow, man? Yo, the cheapest tickets. I'll go to the cheapest tickets to the Knicks game is $1,000, bro. Yo, the cheapest Knicks ticket, that's the nosebleed, is $900 plus with taxes, $1,000. The cheapest Knicks, man, you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. To the nosebleed, I'm talking about when your head is hitting the ceiling. That's the cheapest ticket. I'm thinking about the Friday game. I'm thinking about game 2. I'm thinking about probably going to game 2. But I take my son, you know what I'm saying? That's 2 G's right there. Yo. But to be honest, it's actually better just being with the people. Yo, should I do a live on Friday? On Friday, outside of the Garden with my fellow New York fans, Knicks fans? That would be lit for the channel, probably. Shit, New York is lit, bro. Boxing, everything is coming to New York. You got boxing in New York. You got the Knicks winning. Hopefully the Rangers, when the Rangers do their thing and the Knicks doing their thing, I think it's going to be good. I couldn't buy tickets to, yo, bro, it's expensive. I tried, bro. Right after the game, right after game 6, I was looking to buy tickets. And I'm like, Diablo, I see no. But to be honest, to watch a Knicks game, the best time is just to be around the Knicks fans and go to a bar right across. I watched the Knicks game right across the street from Madison Square Garden. I got a photo shoot with a Ring Magazine alongside Crawford and Canelo. I fly out tomorrow, but I'm rooting for them boys. And yes, live chat after the game will kill, right? I should. Yo, he gonna be with Crawford and Canelo. Diablo Canelo. Hey yo, that's a video in itself, Tio. Yo, that's a video in itself. Can you imagine? Yo, got a photo shoot alongside Crawford and Canelo tomorrow. Yo, that would be lit, bro. Yo, it's gonna be some nervous energy for the cameraman. Nah. Tio's professional. That's what it is. Yeah. Tio, look, and also, right, we was talking about this yesterday too, right? Tio don't get in trouble. Friends, how many of them? It's tough. It's tough as boxers to have friends because the competitive nature, right? And it's the fight game, you know? But what I always knew is, and I said this earlier, that Crawford's team always had respect for Tio. Always. Who was Tio, who was the first person that came up to you and gave you a hug when you went to the Bud Crawford Earl Spence NYC press conference? Bomac. See, the only reason why Bomac is saying what he's saying now is because Tio is calling out Terrence Bill Crawford his boy. I've had talks with Coach Red outside of the not the MGM Grand. What's the other? Yeah, outside of the MGM Grand. Coach Red, Teofimo Lopez is the best guy of this generation. Bernie the boxer that hates Teofimo Lopez right now, but he used to talk highly of Teofimo Lopez. They just don't like what he be saying, but they all know who's the guy. They all know who's the guy. All of them. They all knew who's the guy. But also, what people don't, Crawford has also got an ego too. You know, Crawford got an ego. And to be honest, as a fighter, And as a fan, I understand all that ego. I think fighters should have an ego like that. Because in the end of the day, to prepare to go to war and the type of fighter that T.O. is and Bud Crawford is and a lot of these, Uwe and Bam Rodriguez, you got to have an alter ego. We all remember Bam Rodriguez. Bam Rodriguez is man quiet. But Bam Rodriguez, when I spoke to him, he told me, by the time I end my career, I want to be a 5-division world champion. And by the time I end my career, I want Naoya Inoue. He wants to end his career fighting Naoya Inoue. Bam Rodriguez told me in the interview. I did an interview with him. When was it? Last fall. Bam Rodriguez said that that's his goal, to be a 5-division, 4-division world champion. But he wants to fight. He would love to fight Inoue at 126. Remember, I spoke to Virgil Ortiz's dad. I said, yo, Virgil Ortiz, Virgil has a very calm demeanor, but when he's in that ring, he switches up to a whole different type of animal. Shout out to Virgil Ortiz Sr. He said, well, but people don't know, man, I really, if the way that I raised, he said, the way that I raised my son, you would think that it was child abuse. He said Virgil Ortiz Jr. was not raised easy. He told me straight up, he said, yo, I was hard on my son. I used to, and he said in sparring, I used to be on my son. I wasn't this guy. He told me, if he didn't listen to the instruction and knock this guy out with a body shot, that it would be hell to pay when he gets home. Shout out to Virgil Ortiz Sr. We had a great conversation in New York during the press conference. Cool dude, man. Cool dude. I wish he does more. I think because I always was eager to know, like, yo, Virgil Ortiz got a demeanor in that ring, and it's so different from outside of the ring. What ticks him off? And I'm telling you, a lot of these fighters, they do fight also, man, for their fathers, man. You guys think that all these new trainers and stuff like, they're already molded. They're a well-oiled machine, bro. Their father already did a good job. Cristian Padilla con los 5 pesos de Super Chari Chari Party Game me dice, Turkey tricked Bud's palm with his middle finger. He said Turkey tickled Bud's paw with the middle finger when they was holding hands. We all know what that means. Diablo, he brought that old school shit back. Yo. Yo, good looking out, bro. That shit is funny, bro. HLD, Virgil Ortiz will be done by 32 years old with his style, unfortunately. But hopefully he accomplishes enough money. You know what I'm saying? I hope all these, to be honest, HLD, I want T.O. to probably retire by the age of 32. If he fights Boots, beats Boots, we already know he already got a Hall of Fame career already. He beats Boots. He beat Josh Taylor in his prime. Lomachenko in his prime. Boots Ennis in his prime. 3-division lineal champion by the age of 27, 28 years old. Legendary, man. And the thing is, you know what it is with people today? And even in the past was the same thing. When fighters did something legendary, they don't know how legendary they are until they retire. We're going to look, you take a good look at Teofimo Lopez's resume right now. At 28 years old, if he goes out there and become a 3-division lineal champion, beating Jerome Boots Ennis and unifying the titles in the welterweight division. To be honest, the next fight, I wouldn't even, if he beats Boots, he'll surpass these guys so far. I'm talking about the Ryans, the Devins, the Tangs, the Shakur. I would want to see Tio versus Manny Pacquiao. If Manny Pacquiao beats Barrios, That's the next fight. If Manny Pacquiao in July 19th beat Barrios and Teofimo Lopez fight Jerome Boots Ennis and beat Jerome Boots Ennis, I would like to see Teo versus Manny Pacquiao. What y'all think? If Manny Pacquiao beats Mario Barrios and Teo beats Boots and Manny Pacquiao gets the WBC world title, what? I want to see Mario Barrios. I would like to see Teofimo Lopez fight Manny Pacquiao. Yo, that would be legendary for Teo, bro. Like, wow. And can you imagine then? Imagine if Teo retires Manny Pacquiao. I'm thinking way ahead now, but hey, we could do that. And then let's say Teo retires Manny Pacquiao after him becoming a champion again. And I don't want to hear the old Manny Pacquiao was old, because if he beats Mario Barrios, Manny Pacquiao will be a champion again. And if he beats Manny Pacquiao, he will be beating Manny Pacquiao as a champion. He beats Boots and Manny. Where y'all rate Teofimo Lopez? Let's be real, let's be honest. Where would y'all have Teofimo Lopez? He's in top 10. He's a top 10 fighter of all time. He said Barrios is stopping Pacquiao. I don't know. I don't know about that. I know Pacquiao hasn't been in the ring for a long time, but if we're going to call somebody a freak of nature, is Manny Pacquiao a freak of nature? Yes or no? Is Manny Pacquiao a freak of nature? So we can't even put an age on him like that. Once you're a freak of nature, you're a freak of nature. He said Manny gets pieced up in the exhibition. But Manny Pacquiao didn't train, didn't have a 10-week training camp. You know what I'm saying? We in May right now, bro. We in May. He's already in an 8-week training camp. So he didn't have an 8-week training camp. You know, Manny Pacquiao is Manny Pacquiao. And let's not forget that Manny Pacquiao, when he lost to Ugas, it was a 10-day, what was it? Like a 10-day, 11-day notice. But we'll see, you know. There's a lot of things in the sport of boxing. I think that everything works out. There's a lot of great matchups. Teo, after beating Boots, will become this era GOAT unless Bud beat Canelo, but that ain't happening. I agree with you, HLD. If Teofimo Lopez beats Boots, Usyk, that is pound for pound right now, number one. See, Usyk beat Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. Both of these guys are going to the Hall of Fame. That's tough. That's tough. What? And if he beats Danny Dubois, he already beat Danny Dubois. So Usyk beat Danny Dubois, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua in the cruiserweight division. He cleaned out the division versus undefeated fighters. Every championship fight that he had versus an undefeated fighter. One by one. It will be from Teo and Usyk pound for pound number one, hands down. Taylor and Loma is going to the Hall of Fame. Facts. That's the definition of takeover. Teofimo Lopez beating Boots. That would define absolutely the takeover. That's it. He took over. It will be the took over Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez beat Jerome Boots Ennis. It will be, his name now will be called the took over Teofimo Lopez. Because him beating Boots, I think a lot of people have Boots beating Brian Noma Jr. I think that people already have Boots better than Mario Barrios. He's the lineal champion at 147. So the even Turkey sees him like that. To be honest, I won't even. There's not even a conversation of Teo versus Tank and Teo versus Haney. All those. If Teo beats Boots, Yo, it's so that win would be so good that Teo could retire. Like if we could get a good $15 million out of it or something like that. Yo, a win and where they at right now, because it's the momentum. Boots is at the highest he is in his career right now. Boots look invincible right now. That's the beauty about it. That see, Teo fights the guys when they're good. Like he fought Vasily Lomachenko when he was, Teo had a great performance versus Barbosa. Yo, this is a great fight. I don't see no other stylistic matchup that is better than this in boxing. Outside of Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor. Outside of Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor, July 11th, Madison Square Garden, I don't see a better stylistic matchup in the sport of boxing than Boots and Teo. Would I love to see Canelo versus David Benavidez? Yes. Would I like to see Boots versus Virgil? But even I believe that Teofimo Lopez attributes footwork is better than Virgil. Virgil, high volume puncher and stuff like that. We've seen Teofimo Lopez pick up the volume as well. But Teo has the accomplishment. I can't put together a better matchup. Anybody, help me out. What's a better stylistic matchup that we're seeing? Not only great technical fighters, but great athletes. Like that's the peak. That's the peak. He said, Teofimo, mírate hablador. Mírate hablador. Yo, people, y'all gotta stop popping the ass pimples of Bill Haney. For real. You guys are not Devin Haney fans. You guys are Bill Haney fans. You guys are Bill Haney fans. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Dije, oh no, I want to see the best match. And dije, now it's Teo and Haney. Como estaba corriendo ese tigre. Usain Bolt. Hey, yo, they doing that shit in the WBA. Yo, they're desperately trying to put this race thing with Reese and Clark, right? Let's No. We don't want that. No. Mm-mm. I would like to see Earl Spence and Thurman, but see, that's not in their prime. But I still want to see that fight. I can't wait till the card under the Gervonta Tank Davis Lamont Roach card comes out August 16th. I think we're gonna have surprises in that card, man. I think people are gonna love the card. I can't wait till it comes out. I can't wait till that card come out. He said Haney desperate. Man, they desperate for running. They never, I'm gonna tell you, like, DS, if Devin Haney would have put a beating on, I predicted that Devin Haney will put a beat on Jose Ramirez. I predicted that. Devin, and he ran like that. Come on, Dev. Come on now. Damn. If he would have beaten up Jose Ramirez the way that he did Regis Prograis, I would have been calling for Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez next. But nah, man. Nah. Perfect time for Lopez and Boots. Perfect time. It's the perfect time. It's not a perfect time for even Tank, right? Tank, look how Tank performed with Lamont Roach. Shakur Stevenson going to be fighting already William Cepeda. Keyshawn Davis going to be fighting with Eddie De Los Santos. Yo, the stars are like, yo, Boots, you want $5 million, man? Take the $5 million. Turkey, give Boots the $5 million, please. Give him the money. Give him the money. If y'all want to go 50 for whatever, I'm telling you like this. Yo, it got to be a contract. If let's say Teofimo Lopez get $5 to $6, $7 million for that fight, that'll be a Madison Square Garden. Put that shit in Madison Square Garden, Turkey out shape. Put that shit on Madison Square Garden. I don't give a damn if that shit is in rehab season. So they can get paid. I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that. So y'all won't get hit with taxes. Cool. Go out there rehab season. Mother, I'm going to take a trip out there. Boots versus Tio, I'm buying the ticket. I'm buying the ticket. I'm going out there. You would come to me, Punch Round Boxing. Our day you come, you would hold my hand. You're going to be my bitch. Punch Round Boxing, you was making fun of Bud Crawford for me holding his hand like you was holding your girlfriend's hand in the prom. This is how we do culture. This is how we do business. We grab my hand, we take baby oil. That's the way I do business. Turkey. Hey, yo, everybody, if you got a Twitter account, go at Turkey and say put Boost and Tio. Because what Bill Haney is doing is going to these channels and making these guys say Devin Haney versus Tio. Yo, it's true. Hey, yo, that is true, bro. Yo, Turkey, I say don't got no girls, bikini, no ring girls. Yo, the ring girl about to go around the ring. Says, get that bitch, get that scoochie, get that head on the ring. All right, give me the damn card. Give me, you damn hoe. Cassie, motherfucker, you're Cassie. Get out of here. Get the hell out of the ring. Hey, Henry. I would like for you to get this car and go around the ring, my friend. Yes, Henry, stand up. Here. Here is very masculine. I love it. Round 2. Round 3. Daryl, come, please. He got ring boys. Yo, this dude got ring boys. No, look, I would like to see. Look, again, I'm going to say it again. I would like. Facts. Yo, facts. Hey, yo, I thought it was a RICO case, man. She should have been part of the RICO case, man. She should be locked up. Yo, how's she going to go to testify and say, yes, basically that she's the one that organized the whole shit? I'd be like Puffy and say, what the fuck I'm sitting in this shit for? She, bitch just said she's the one that calls everybody, organized the whole shit, called the damn she the one that caused the dude was the dude, the new dude that testified, the escort, the male escort. Pero ¿por qué Puffy está aquí, mimito? Esa tigre Cassie, they gotta sit right here and defend herself. Yo, this has been the Cassie case. Yo, Cassie is the one that's supposed to be locked up. She called the mail. She did everything, bro. He said that girl's a damn freak. Hey, yo, how can you be her husband? And like you gotta like what? Damn. And yo, there's gonna be more. Yo, there's gonna be more. Yo, come on, man. Yo, that's what I'm talking about. That's beta male. Like, come on, yo. I don't give a damn. Yo, people be like, yo, the past is the past. But if that's her husband listening to all of this, yo, my man, come on, bro. Come on now. And how much you know bet that he'll mind F himself and say, you know, that was her past, you know. She went through a lot. Mira, tigrazo, mira, tigrazo. Ven, coño, que tú no sabes que tú estás con una puta, eh. Yo, if I was the father of her husband, bro, if my son was, deja esa mujer. Nah. Yo, that Cassie is ella una joda of all hoes, bro. Esa la tigre, esa la mamada. Yo, Cassie is de la mamada. Yo, Cassie should have came out with her own. Cassie, if I was Cassie, that's it. Come out with your sex tape. Wow. You living in the past. Most evergreen has fallen ones. They got back. Facts. CR. Facts. But, ladies and gentlemen, you already know. Not by Cambo. But, man, again, the best guy to fight. If you want to see a great fight, a great matchup, elite fighters, athletic fighter, they want to see Boots versus Teofimo Lopez. If you want to see it because you want a black fighter to teach Teofimo Lopez a lesson, you still want Boots to be the guy, right? The perception is that he got all the tools, all the arsenals to teach Teofimo Lopez a lesson. So if you want to see that from Teofimo Lopez, if you want to see that a black fighter, Jerome Boots is still the guy. So if it's all about boxing, Teo and Boots is the best fight. If it's that you want to see a black fighter teach a lesson to Teofimo Lopez, then Boots is still that guy. The matchup is a match made in heaven. Is the best fight, stylistically, the best matchup in the sport of boxing out of the males. It can't get better than that. It can't get more better than that. So, Devin Haney fight potential. I would like to see Devin Haney fight Gary Antoine Russell. I would like Turkey Al Sheikh to put Teo versus Boots. Maybe you could have Teo versus Boots as a co-main to Bud Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez, or have their own card. You have Teo versus Boots and have Devin Haney versus Gary Antoine Russell in a co-main event. That's what I like to see. Devin Haney, and how much you want to bet that Devin Haney doesn't fight Gary Antoine Russell? He won't take the fight. But Gary Antoine Russell versus Devin Haney, you got Teofimo Lopez versus Boots. That's a great. What y'all think about that? Or you have Devin Haney versus the winner of Puello and Subriel Matias. Dev versus Rolly. All right. Okay. Devin versus Rolly in the co-main event to Teo versus Boots. Good. You know what I'm saying? Or, okay, I'm with it. Devin versus Ryan, but not as a main event. Not right now. Not as a main event. Put him in a co-main event to Teo versus Boots. Or you want to put Devin versus Gary. You want to put Devin versus Ryan Garcia in the co-main event to Crawford versus Boots. To Crawford versus Canelo. And that's what I'm so out that HLD. That's what I'm thinking about. He will kill the energy. No. Yo, I just feel as a fan that I'm not watching. I'd rather watch Jake Paul, bro. I'd rather watch Jake Paul than watch Devin Haney do what he did versus Jose Ramirez. If you tell me that Devin Haney is going to fight like he did versus Vasily Lomachenko, Regis Prograis, even Ryan Garcia, because with Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney had heart. Devin Haney just didn't have the right game plan. But Devin Haney had heart. And every time that Devin Haney got put down, when he got back up, he was trying to get to Ryan Garcia. He wasn't running from Ryan Garcia even when he's hurt. So that's what I know. Devin Haney is not prepared. Devin Haney needs another fight. Devin Haney is scared in that ring. Yeah, he's winning, but Devin Haney is scared in that ring. That's not the sweet signs. Devin Haney, and look, you could have survived being scared. I would say the boxing translates to life itself. You could survive being scared. You could survive. How do you survive more than anything in the world? You survive, but you're not happy. You survive by not taking risks. People survive by not taking risks. You could stay winning and stay level-headed without taking the risk to be the greatest. You understand what I'm saying? You could fight scare and win. But this is the entertainment business. See, the Haneys is just thinking about this, the Haneys. They don't care about fans. They don't care about how they're going to win. They care about getting the next bag and just securing the win. And hopefully that the promo of his dad is going to give him the fight. This is why I said yesterday that Bill Haney is the star of DHP. I'd rather have Bill Haney than Devin Haney. I'm more intrigued by Bill Haney's mouth than Devin Haney's mouth and action. I'm good with Bill Haney talking his shit in boxing. He's entertaining. Look, yesterday we had what we talking. Well, we saw a video of Bill Haney going back and forth with Richardson Hitchens. We ain't see Devin Haney going back and forth with We ain't see Devin Haney going back and forth with Richardson Hitchens. We seen Bill going back and forth with Richardson Hitchens. We seen when in the media workout, we seen Bill Haney and Ryan Garcia and Henry Garcia going at it. Where was Devin? Bill is DHP. Bill is the guy. In my opinion, nobody's a fan of Devin Haney. You're a fan of Devin Haney because you like Bill, and you hate Devin Haney because you hate Bill. There is no such thing as a Devin Haney fan. Nobody in boxing with a boxing eye says, man, I can't wait to see Devin Haney fight. Man, Devin Haney excites me. Damn, I like the way that Devin Haney cut a promo. Let's be real, let's be honest. Bill Haney's done an incredible job. Bill Haney is the one that does Vlad TV interviews. Bill Haney has a better story than Devin Haney. Devin Haney, look, Bill is a better promoter. Bill has a better storyline. Bill has a better backstory. It's all about Bill, to be honest. It's the Bill Haney show. It's not Devin Haney. Bill put himself in. Bill is the one that's suing Golden Boy Promotion. That it was him that was suing, really, using his son's name. It's Bill going. Even Ryan Garcia says, "Man, I want to fight Devin because I want to shut up Bill Haney." Oscar De La Hoya is going back and forth with Bill Haney in the press conference. This is the Bill Haney show. Devin Haney is just a feature. Devin Haney could look. Devin Haney retires today. People will still want to interview Bill Haney. Who interviews? When's the last time you watched a Devin Haney interview and you got intrigued with it? Where's the last headline of a Devin Haney interview? Think about it. So if Devin Haney is not entertaining in the ring and Devin Haney is not entertaining outside of the ring, Devin Haney could retire right now and everybody forget about him. Nobody cares. But Bill is a funny guy. Hate him or love him, Bill is DHP. Bill Haney is needed in boxing. Bill Haney could take another fighter and talk his shit, and it'll still be good. Put it this way. Bill Haney, if Bill Haney was the father, and I'm not disrespecting Bozy because Bozy is a great trainer and stuff like that, but can you imagine if Bozy had Bill Haney's mouthpiece? How about if Bill Haney was with Tank? Even Bill Haney, because even Shakur talks a little shit here and there. Devin Haney is boring in the ring and outside of the ring. He's even boring in a carnival fight. He's the laughing stock with him as his baby mama. He is ese tigre como comida sin sabor. I even think that Sean know how to talk a little crap better than Devin. And I heard that Sean is trying to pivot out and try to do boxing, not keep it in tennis, man. It's just the hype. It's the hype. Nah, yo, Sean Haney, stay in tennis, bro. You will be the next Arthur Ashe. I've done the same mistake. I've done that mistake. A lot of people do a mistake that, yo, you've been working on tennis since you was young. I remember Bill Haney, man, waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning and stuff like that, working with his son and the trainer. Nah. Yo, Sean Haney, listen to me. Because other people going to be like, yeah, do the boxing. Do the tennis, my brother. You will be Bill, do whatever you need to do. He's just getting influenced by the hype, the money, the glitz and the glamour, and the crowd. And he's looking at that right now, and he's saying, damn, that's what boxing is giving, my brother. Tennis, yo, Sean, Haney. Stick to tennis. You will be you don't, nobody looks like you. That's one. You know what I'm saying? You're going to bring that type of flair. You're going to bring that energy into the tennis world. Stick to the tennis, my brother. Stick to the tennis. You're falling in love with the glitz and glamour. That's always going to be there, man. You was born with a silver spoon. Don't worry about that. You're going to get Sean. I believe that I've seen Sean Haney practice. Sean Haney could be a great tennis player. When I heard he's pivoting to in the sport of boxing, that's because that's the influence of brother. And sometimes you get influenced by, sometimes you're a better baseball player, but because all your homeboys is playing basketball, you start loving basketball more, and the girls like basketball players more and stuff like that, but you should have been playing baseball. Facts. And Epoxy Magic, stick to the gated community sport, man, for real. I'm with you, man. Yeah, man. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow we back at it. We consistent. We're going to be consistent for the week. We're going to be consistent for now on 7:30, 7:45 p.m. Eastern time. You already know, baby, it's Punch Wrong Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moonshine, a.k.a. El Abobo, a.k.a. the Sasson. Tomorrow also we're going to be talking about Clarissa Shields. Has still lying about the quote and that the Nakisi from Most Valuable Promotions said, ain't nobody gave you a damn offer. You lying, man. I ain't giving you a damn offer, you hater. We're going to be talking about that potential because it's going to be a great matchup. We're going to be talking about Edgar Balanga. We're going to be talking about Polanco, that I want to see Polanco versus Rohan Polanco versus Gary. What's his name? Polanco versus Brian Norman Jr. We're going to keep on talking about the potential fight with Boots and Teofimo Lopez. Gary Antoine Russell versus Devin Haney. I would like to see that fight. Tomorrow we back at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, New York City time. But ladies and gentlemen, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. Love you. God bless. And on to the next.